What legal thing are you addicted to? The internet in general. I hardly read anymore or do things I used to enjoy. I'm just hooked on the internet. Same. Yesterday I saw a thread about hobbies people have started up since the pandemic started and I've never felt so unproductive. I saved the thread to get ideas for new hobbies. But here I am, still on Reddit. I'm like a chocoholic. But for alcohol. Now what would you call that? Gambling on the stock market like a degenerate. Caffeine. It's actually a very physically addictive drug. I drank a load of coffee in high school. Didn't understand how dependence works, so I drank increasingly more coffee because I didn't consider that it was the direct cause of me being constantly tired. Just figured I'm an excessively tired guy. I need a lot of coffee. Eventually got to the point that I was literally swallowing whole coffee beans and chasing them with Red Bull before work because I'd be so tired I couldn't even function if I didn't. Eventually smartened up and realized what was happening. Stopped drinking caffeine cold turkey. For about 2 weeks I was straight up feverish. Felt like a zombie. Could barely move or think. Eventually it started getting better and I suddenly had more energy than ever. Now I'm careful about it and don't overdo it. But there are still people in the office who will literally get migraines if they don't drink a few cups in the morning. And absolutely need it around 3 PM. It's pretty normalized in society. Corn nuts. On a less joking note. Sleep medication. Melatonin is GOMAF, the right amount. Coffee. I'm a basic itch like that. But last Sunday, I decided to stop coffee cold turkey to see how long I could go without it. No headaches. No irritability. No symptoms whatsoever of withdrawal. My heart rate lowered. Sleep was better. But, God, was I so bored without my cup of coffee in hand. Yesterday, I caved and had a cup of coffee. One. And it felt like I was having the most exquisite, delicious day in the story of my life. Goddamn. I was so happy. Sipping my coffee. Humming happy songs. So. Yeah. Coffee addiction. Legal. But still an addiction. Decaf. People roast me, pun intended, for it, but I really enjoy the flavor of coffee. So I will have a normal cup in the morning to get my day going and a cup of decaf at about 3 because I just like coffee but don't want to rely on caffeine. It might just be the placebo effect, but I feel good after a cup of decaf in the afternoon. Alcohol. Cigarettes. Porn. TV. My phone. My sleeping pills. Basically anything I've ever tried. Well, at least you'll never be addicted to 6. Walmart sells generic fruit snacks that I swear have crack in them. I actually have to limit myself to only buying a box every 3 months because I will inhale them. I have a highly addictive personality, so I can easily get hooked onto things. For this reason, I've always stayed away from things like gambling. My family is notorious for addictive personalities. One of the many reasons I've avoided booze and cigs like the ducking plague. Being home office because of COVID with my wife and 2 dogs. I have never been so much happy my entire life and I'm scared to go back. I got laid off in March and I'm waiting on money. It's simpler to explain it this way. I have a newborn and my wife makes a shit ton of money. After the army, I'm very much enjoying my peace. I never realized how much of my anxiety and depression came from working until I realized I honestly don't have to. Chapstick. I can't go anywhere without it. Oh, me too. I cannot focus if my lips are chapped, so I got a moisturizer. Edit. Original post TLDR. Alcohol. Thank you all for your kind words and support. Typing everything out really helped. Because I haven't really gotten everything off my chest before. You got this. Change your phrases of I need to I'm going to. Seems like a small difference, but it takes you from predicting failure to asserting progress. Technology. You can say video games or porn or browsing Reddit or Netflix or whatever other addictive thing there is related to the computer or even your phone. It all comes back to the time sink that is our addiction to technology. I'd say technology is just form of consumption. You can still be addicted to porn or board games without technology. Hugs. And my vibrator. But mostly hugs. If only one could purchase a giant hugging vibrator. Getting really high. Changing the color saturation on my TV to crazy purple and red and green and watching old Godzilla movies while getting more higher. That sounds awesome. I should try that sometime. Coca-Cola. Just love it, man. Cold Coke in a can is the best. Kratom. Do not let those duckers fool you into thinking that it isn't horribly addictive. It is. Not just mentally. Full-blown physical addiction. About the same level as cigarettes in my experience as a 40-year-old lifelong smoker. The subreddits make it sound really innocent. And it can be. If you abuse it with high amounts and daily use, it was a nightmare to quit for me. I didn't sleep for about a week. Some people get flu-like symptoms and of course you have to deal with cravings. Sugar. I quit eating it for over a year once. The first 3 days I had a migraine and the shakes. I try to stay away from it, but I'm definitely still addicted and every few weeks I binge on it. Reading. Love going out to the local nature reserve with my hammock and reading for a good 4-5 hours. I've noticed before that depending on the tone of my book, my mood will change. Once, I did an experiment where I stopped reading, hours a day, for a while. I was cranky for the first week. And then I felt the same as I would be if I was reading a light-hearted book. So I've literally suffered from reading withdrawal. Eating insane amounts of food and throwing it all up. Repeat multiple times a day. Every day. That, my friend, is called bulimia and you should seriously consider getting help. People will give me shit. But I'm hopelessly addicted to tramadol. Been on it now for 14 years. I don't even feel high off of it. But I do feel the slight antidepressant SSRI effect it has. It's like taking a great 8-hour prescription strength ibuprofen. But better. Really helps with the numerous different things that cause me pain on a daily basis. And cigarettes, been smoking since 9th grade. Tried to quit 16 times without success. Edit. I think the tramadol is more dependence or dependent than addiction. Masturbation, I think. IDK if it counts as an addiction, but recently I wasn't in the right mindset and was just craving the dopamine rush. So I've been masturbating almost daily for a year now. And COVID honestly doesn't help. I can stop. I think. I went about 2 weeks once without doing it. But quarantine has made my boredom masturbation sessions more necessary. Sucking my thumb. I'm 13 and I still do it. Nobody knows except for my parents and my sisters. They make fun of me for it though. I don't know why I do it though. It might be cause I had my pacifier taken away early. So I started sucking my thumb. Or it might be a coping mechanism cause I'm stressed all the time. Either way, I can't stop. Edit. Thank you to everyone who has commented on this. You've all been so supportive and have given me some great advice. I'm really motivated to kick this habit now. Don't quote me on this. But I think that can affect your teeth. Soda. To the detriment of my teeth. Mark my words. My children will never be introduced to soda. Good for you. Soda is absolutely terrible nowadays. People way overuse it. It's supposed to be a treat. Like ice cream. Not a water replacement. I know people who literally only drink soda. Can't believe I don't see Adderall anywhere. I simultaneously wish I never tried it in the first place and also recognize how much better my life is because of it. Caffeine. Nicotine. Internet. Not giving up any one of those three. Subway's chocolate chip cookies. They are just so much better than anything I can make myself. Heat them in the microwave for 15 seconds and they taste as if they just came out of the oven. Reminds me of cookies my grandmother used to make. Tic Tac. Now hear me out, I didn't make a spelling mistake. I actually meant Tic Tac and not TikTok. I'll never have as much self-control as someone who can eat one and then put them away. Once I start, that whole bottle's gone before I do anything else. I don't know whether I'm addicted to Adderall or just very fond of it. Golf. Leaves me tired, irritable and in pain. But the high from that one good hit is the good sheet. Cans of Duster. I think of it like holding down the power button to restart a computer, but for my brain. I go through about $150 a week on them for the past 3 years. Extremely extensive, and sometimes the withdrawals are terrible. I've managed to get down to 2 cans a day, but even that will make me unnoticably violent at times. From doing 8-10 a day. I use them for extreme dental pains. I also have really bad night terrors, and they drastically increase the intensity of my dreams by a lot, probably from lack of oxygen. I was so bad that I had to have them, even would sneak out and use a straw and pen to huff gas lines from central AC units if I had to. Expensive, but I've been trying to quit completely. I don't have withdrawals anymore, I can function and work again. And don't need them every day without getting sick. Been to rehab twice and lost my entire family over it, but my mom has stuck by me, and watching her cry and show me video after video of how I act has given me a reality check. I am 31. Over exercise and energy supplements. Diphenhydramine. If I miss a dose, my sleep is like being stabbed in the head over and over again, while I have semi-conscious dreams that I can't escape from or wake up from. I went through that a few times, so I know it wasn't just an off occasion. I was taking about 2 recommended doses a night. I've been cutting down on the dosage and probably take about 1/3 of the normal dose. But damn, I don't wanna go through that again. I'm sure if I just cut off cold turkey right now, I'd be fine. Reddit. Which is probably why everyone else is here too. The whole world is helplessly addicted to sugar. But nobody ever wants to talk about it. Reading. Seriously. I know it's not exciting or dangerous or anything, but I read at least a book a day or I get twitchy and can't focus well on anything.